Good afternoon. It is time to get started. I am DanBearPig82, and we're going to get some Kerbal Space Program in today. Hello there, Dark Crimsons. Is the Z on the end pronounced or not? Dark Crimsons, welcome. And yeah, let's take down the starting soon screen here. There we go. And yeah, let's jump right back into our game here. So last week we were working on development of a reusable booster, and we're having some struggles with the landing, not because of any design flaws with the vehicle, but because landing like that with a suicide burn and that precision is really difficult for a human to do, which is why SpaceX and Blue Origin use computers to do it. So what we had decided, if we look at the tech tree here, if we look at this node right here, unmanned tech, I haven't used MechJeb for autopilot yet, but I think it might be time to start doing that, because that is realistically the way to do booster landings. But yeah, this right here, if we unlock this tech, which costs 300, and we're almost halfway there, we get the landing autopilot, as well as ascent autopilot, which we probably won't use, but I might use it to make some cinematics or something. That could be fun. But yeah, so I've been testing this out in sandbox mode in a different save, and yeah, this works fabulously well. It's really great. So hopefully today we can actually get that available to us. But for that we'll need more science, so let's first look at our active contracts. I also figured out what was deleting our contracts with the Flight Manager for Recoverable Stages mod. If I revert to launch using that mod, that deletes the contracts, and it's reproducible every time. So if I don't use that, if I don't use the revert to launch button, then the contracts stay. But they're easy enough to restore. They're back. So basically I just copy and paste from my most recent backup, and we're good to go. So yeah, and I've done that. So we have all of our contracts, including a few rescues that we are still in the process of doing for viewers. So viewer redeemed Kerbals that still need to be rescued: Kerman Melville, Miss Piggy, Miss Piggy Kerman, yep, Kerman San Diego, that's my favorite one, I think. And let's see, we also have Google Kerman and the Warden Kerman, which need to be rescued. And actually, Kerman San Diego has been rescued but not yet returned to Kerbin. So I did one other thing. I did one thing in this career save between streams, and that is to send more of the return pods to the space station. So our deployable emergency return pods, our DERPs, are restocked. Not fully stocked. There are 3 of them up there, so we can actually bring Kerman San Diego home. So we'll probably start with that. But the other main thing that I want to do today, we've been struggling with other planets. We've gotten to several of them. We've even landed on one. But planning those missions efficiently so that we have the Delta V to stop and get into orbit has been a struggle. So I've been doing some research, and I found a new tool that I want to try out. Let's see, I think I have the window open and ready to go. So let's do that. And if let's see, I have it set up here. Where is it? Right here. There it is. Cool. Yes, this is an online tool that I found. The Multiple Gravity Assist Trajectory Planner. So that's a mouthful. But you can actually use this to plan Voyager-style missions or New Horizons style missions. So if we start at Kerbin, we can tell it to make, a flyby of Duna, and then go out to Jewel, and then come back and do a flyby of something else if we want. So we can do all sorts of crazy stuff with this. But you don't have to do that. We can use it as a better transfer window planner than we've been doing with where are your words, Dan? A better transfer window planner than MechJeb has been for us, because those ones have not been nearly as optimized as I had hoped. So, for example, we've got the defaults loaded in here. Actually, no, it's remembered what I put in. let's take a look. I'm going to. I need a button for this. Let me put this onto my Stream Deck here. Stream Deck, here we go. And let's just add a real quick button. I want, what is it? Source visibility. Yeah, that's what I want. And I want it to be in the Kerbal Space Program scene. I want it to be the planner. There we go. All right, that will do. So now let's see. Yep, sure enough, I can toggle it on and off from my Stream Deck. Okay, there. Now I don't have to keep swapping between apps. So that was quick and easy. Gotta love the Stream Deck. All right, so yeah, let's go back out here and let's take a look. We are currently on year 5, day 92. So here, what I can do, I can specify my origin as Kerbin, of course, my destination, and we're going to start with Moho. That's what we flew by last time, and we wanted to do an orbit with our resource scanner probe, but instead we flew right past it. So we're going to need to see if we can take that anywhere else. But yeah, so destination Moho, let's just choose our next launch to Moho. And this here, these are some fancy settings where we can choose how many times it's allowed to do a flyby of other planets, etc. Or a resonance, which is a flyby of the same planet twice in a row. But I've set these all to 0. We want to see what we can do with a direct bi-elliptic transfer, a Hohmann transfer. But yeah, so this will generate sequences. For example, if I do turn this up to, say, a maximum of 3 swing-bys or flybys of other planets, and I generate the sequences, these are what it will look at for me. And it's found a couple of them that are optimal. So I could go from Kerbin to Eve to Moho, or I can just go directly to Moho, and that's what I want to do. So let's actually turn that back down. And here what we want to do, our earliest departure, we don't want to depart in the past. So it's year 5, day 92. So let's put that in right here, day 92. Just like that. And the latest departure, let's put that 1 year from today. So it's going to find us a good departure point and tell us the maneuvers that we need to plan on in the next year. And so our departure altitude, let's do our parking orbit at our space station at 150 kilometers. Uh-oh, we got a boozenate. Hello, Shipwreck. Welcome. We're doing science here. We're learning, but let's do it with booze. So let's open the diluted, hop-infused rocket fuel here. First, pineapple lapses. Indeed, Shipwreck. All right. Here we go. Pouring the rocket fuel. There we go. Perfect. Thank you very much, Shipwreck. And once again, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And so, yeah, we're trying out this new tool that I found online that simulates the Kerbin system, the Kerbal system, rather, and does a better job, I am hoping, of planning our transfer windows and our maneuvers to other planets than MechJeb does. Shipwreck says, Kit's such a jerk for not boozinating you. Seriously, Kit hardly boozinates me. He just does not have my best interests in mind. Not like you do. But yeah, so we've set our origin as Kerbin, our destination as Moho, the closest planet to Kerbal, the sun. And we don't want any flybys or anything of other planets. We're going directly there, bi-elliptic transfer. And he's here, but that's no excuse. Is he? Is he here? Let's see. I don't see him. Is he in the chat? No, I don't see him. But, I mean, maybe my chat's just not properly updated, calling out the lurkers. Psh. Okay, but yes, so Dan can't read. What have I missed? What have I missed? We've got chats from Dark Crimsons. We've got chats from Shipwreck, and that's all I see. And nope, the user list, nope, yeah, it doesn't even show you here, Shipwreck. Yeah, so yep, it's just not up to date. That's Twitch. Oh, he's not here, but that's still no excuse. Oh, okay. You're right. Can't read. What a derp. Anyway, so yeah, our selected sequence is directly from Kerbal to Moho. And our earliest departure is today. Our latest departure is 1 year from today. Departure altitude, this is assuming we're already in an orbit that is to derp or not to derp. I don't know. It's up to my mods. You'll have to ask them. We're starting from our orbit of our space station, and might as well set that as our destination as well. And then we're going to have to do some adjustments when we get there to make sure that we get a good polar orbit, because we certainly did not have that last time. So now if I click Search Trajectory, we're going to get this fanciness where it's looking at all the options and optimizing it. And this is what it has come up with. It wants us to leave right now. So what if we say, okay, I can't leave right now because I've just done a launch. So let's add 14 days, because our self-imposed rule is that we leave at least 2 weeks between launches to make sure that the clock moves forward and simulate the time that it would take to build a rocket, refurbish the pad, etc. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And let's try that again. For when we can actually leave. All right, year 6, day 52. Okay, so basically what it's telling us is that we are at the end of an ideal launch window, which does line up with what MechJeb is telling us, so that's good. Oh, let's turn off the booze cam. Oh boy. Yeah, we're doing great. Anyway, but let's see. So if we wanted to launch in 1 year, we could get there after being in orbit for about 4 3/4 kilometers per second delta V. Let's do this. Let's see if there's something really close. Just to see if we launched within the next couple months, how much more expensive would that be in delta V? Not that bad. We could get there for just over 5 kilometers per second, and this includes the capture burn. So our maneuvers are Kerbal escape, which is 1.5 kilometers per second prograde. The deep space maneuver is what that stands for. So that's our correction burn. And that looks like it is about 2 kilometers per second, all told. I mean, there's some Pythagorean theorem we'd need to do on that, but I don't feel like doing it, so I'll estimate it in my head. And then Moho circularization. So that's when we reach Moho at periapsis, at pineapple apsis, as Shipwreck says. That would be when we burn retrograde for our capture orbit. And that is, prograde delta V is negative, so that means it's a retrograde burn. Yeah, 2 kilometers per second. So yeah, that all lines up. So I think we should go ahead and do that. Let's see. This is year 5, day 176. And is there a way that I can export this? Okay. It doesn't look like there is. But yeah, day 176, that is coming up in a little while. So what we'll do at day 176, we'll do this again, and we'll do it at just that date, and it'll give us the same data. And then we can use this to make that work properly. So let's go here. Let's go to our alarm clock. And we already have a Moho transfer window in here. It doesn't look like we do. Okay, so let's add one. Create an alarm, manual alarm. And this is going to be Moho transfer window. And what we want to do is set this as year 5, time to alarm. Can I just do this at a specific day? Let's see. Let's put this to 0. And let's put this is, let's see, 92. 176 minus 92 is 86, right? Let's see, 86. I was close. So 176. I need to reduce that by 2. All right, there it is. And hey, Raider, can't redeem first, but not really. Can only redeem during a stream. Well, it is during a stream, dang it. Let's see. Why is that the case? Let's see. First, but not really. Let's pause and then unpause redemptions. That might be your PC. Yeah, that would be interesting. Negative 6,000 seconds. Yeah, welcome, Raider. Good to see you here. We're testing out a new tool for planning our maneuvers, seeing how we like it. But yeah, so that's going to be day 176, and it wants us to leave at 5:04. But let's do. That is fine. So yeah, that gives us the time for it. Let's just add that alarm, just like that. I will allow you, Raider, to reload the page, just because I'm a very nice guy. So let's do another one for Eve. And what we want to do is between year 5, day 92, which is, no, day 106. We want to leave it at that because that's 2 weeks from now. That's the earliest we can launch because of our, interesting. Can I even redeem it? Try it now. It might be my new instance of OBS, having not been set up with that. That's strange. You can only redeem this reward during a stream? Really? I mean, it is during a stream. I'm going to reload my browser page for Twitch. And that should be working, but yeah. This is Twitch just being twitchy, I think. Yeah. Can only redeem during a stream. Can I redeem first? Out of stock. Check back later. No. I mean, Shipwreck redeemed Hydrate, so that's strange. Yeah, I'm not streaming yet. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a paradox. What can you do? It's a paradox. All right, we're going to do year 6, day 106. So anytime in the next year, basically, and we're going Kerbal to Eve, generate sequences. Yeah, Kerbal to Eve, search trajectory. When does it recommend that we launch to Eve? Year 5, day 212. Yeah, and we could get there, it says, with 2.3 kilometers per second delta V. That's insanely efficient. When would we get there? In 183 days. Nice. Not bad at all. Okay, well, let's do that. So, year 5, day 212. So that is in 120 days, right? Let's try that. Create an alarm. And yeah, manual time alarm. Eve transfer window. And let's do this in 120 days and 0 minutes. Yeah. Okay, but let's actually do this in 119 days and 4 hours. 5 hours. There it is. Okay, yep, let's do that. That will, and then we'll do this tool again when it is time. So let's add that alarm, and let's, that is very close to the one that MechJeb gave us. Let's go ahead and delete that one. And we're going to just do, we're going to do all of these this way. Yeah, let's get rid of the Joule one, the Duna one, and I think that is it. Yeah. Hydrate works, says Pete Venkman. Okay, well, I'll hydrate. I don't know why the yeah, I got the notification on my phone that I could manage my mobile dashboard. Stretch works, nice. Thank you, Raider. I'll stretch here too. It even said in the in the stream chat, they gave the announcement that I was streaming. So yeah, I don't know. This is Twitch being Twitch, I guess. Very strange. All right, here we go. Stretch. Yeah. Feet on the floor, hands on the ceiling. And this resets my posture as well. And let's turn off the drink cam. There we go. All right, so let's see. Yep, we have that. Let's now that we've seen how this works, let's actually zoom in here and I'll show you what this looks like. So here's where Kerbal is now. By the time we launch, Kerbal will have come around here. So this is about 3/4 of a year from now. So we'll launch, we'll do a correction burn, and then we'll arrive at Eve. So that's what that looks like. So let's now do Duna. Generate sequences. We're just doing one jump, so directly to Duna. Search trajectories. And it wants us to start at year 5, day 365. So 365 minus 92, that's what, 273, I think? Create alarm, 273. Nice, look at that math in my head. All right, that will work, and this is our Duna transfer window. And add that alarm. There we go. Perfect. So now let's do Dres, which is the one that we successfully landed on last time. Generate our sequences and search for our trajectory. And this is telling us day 292. So that is 200 days from now. That's easy math. Create alarm, and this is 292. Nope, 200. There we go. And yep, that will work fine. And this is our Dres transfer window. Add the alarm. Boop. And we're almost done with this then. Joule. Generate the sequences, search the trajectories. Zoom out. Yeah, this one is almost a year from now, I guess. Yeah, but then we'll launch. We'll do our deep space maneuver to correct our trajectory, and then we'll arrive. So that's how that will work. So yeah, year 5, day 348. So let's see. Oh, geez. Now my brain hurts. So 348 minus 92 is 346, 256, right? 256 days from now. Is that correct? Let's test that. Yep, that is correct. I'm so smart. Math on stream. All right, and this is a Joule transfer window. Add that alarm, and one more for Elu. Generate the sequences, search trajectories. And this wants us to leave on day 318 of this year. And these are all the ideal optimal launch windows in the coming year. So basically every time we do a launch, I'm going to make a new one that is the best time within the next year. So some of those aren't going to be the most efficient, but they'll all be worthwhile. So we'll be launching to every planet once a year is the tentative plan. We're not necessarily going to hold ourselves to it prisoner, but yeah, that's what we're aiming for. So let's see. Day 318, minus 92, that's 316. That's 226, right? I think that's 226. Very good. And this is ELU transfer window. And add alarm. All right, so now what is the next thing that is coming up? That is our MOHO Probe 2, the one that failed to reach orbit last time. Sun periapsis, and then we want to repurpose it. So let's take a quick look at that. Switch to it. And let's see what we can do with it. Let's turn off our window. There we go. And yeah, we have some delta V, but it's just not enough. So we were not able to get into orbit of MOHO. So, although, oh, that's right. I have already made a maneuver. Yeah, I was doing some checking on what could be done, and we can fly by past MOHO, but we can't really stop there when we get there. So maybe we'll just, you know, crash. Although if we can land something on there first. Yeah, what is this alarm? It's for periapsis. Pineapple apsis. Oh, Shipwreck with the boozinate. Here we go. Thank you, Shipwreck. Delicious. So one legitimate option that we have with this probe is we can crash it there, and this would accomplish, at the very least, that we would have less space junk. We'd have some explosions, and everyone loves explosions. But also what could happen is if we manage to land something with a seismometer first, then we can get some seismic data from it. Turn this into a very expensive seismic smasher. And thanks for the host, Shipwreck. So that's a possibility. Yes, so during this next transfer window to MOHO, we could send 2 missions. One of them being a resource scanner and another one being a lander. Maybe they can even be on the same launch, depending on how much we can put up into orbit in one launch. So we'll see. We'll try that out. We'll try that in 83 days, I guess. MOHO Probe 2, Sun periapsis. And MOHO Probe 3. Second try. What is that? Switch to... I think that's actually this... Yes, that's right, because I renamed it, because we already had a MOHO Probe 2. So, yeah, that is... Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually delete this. We don't need that. And what we're going to do instead is this maneuver right here. We are going to repurpose this to be seismic research, hopefully. Assuming we can get a seismometer onto the surface of MOHO in time. Which, you know, probably not, but it's worth a try. And at the very least, that means we have less space junk cluttering the orbit of the sun, less bogging down the game, and less cluttering up our map view. So that is all good stuff. All right, and with that in mind, let's go to the tracking station. And let's keep working on the contracts that we have, because we need to get some science data, and we have some viewer redeems to take care of. So let's go to Arcadia Station, which I believe has the Pork 5 docked to it currently. And also, as I mentioned before, I sent 3 more of the derp modules up between streams. So we can send 3 more people home. And we've got a decent amount of fuel in here as well. We're going to need a new refueling mission in the near future. But yeah, here's Pork 5. And who have we got on board this in the station? We have Philip Brewer, a pilot, Dan Bear Derp, a pilot, Raider, our Currently off duty, but has been the main pilot for our rescue missions for a long time. He has earned some good time off. We have Optimus Prime Kerman, an engineer. Tizon Kerman, not a viewer redeem, that was generated by the game, a pilot. Alpin Kerman, engineer. Eric Uspensky, another generated by the game, a pilot. Bowsy Kerman, I think she's our current main pilot on duty. And she lost all of her experience points to the Kraken. Oh well. Munchie Kerman, an engineer. And is that everybody? Where is Kerman San Diego? Because I thought we had rescued Kerman San Diego, but maybe not. There's Kerman Melville, Miss Piggy, the space forklift. Some junk that we need to take care of. Yep, more junk that we need to take care of. That's all true. Alright. Let's look at our contracts then. Kerman Melville have not saved. Miss Piggy, they're in orbit of Kerbin. Rescue Kerman San Diego from orbit of Minmus. Have we not done that? I think I know why we have that. Okay, so when I had to restore the contracts, I know Princess Kerman was still there. Because when I copied and pasted, even though we had completed that contract, it was after that backup, so that one was back. So if we have, let's go back to the Space Center. Let's see if we already have Kerman San Diego in our crew, because we might. And Satan, welcome, saying hello, Dan. Hello there, Satan. Let's check our astronaut roster. Look at all these. Okay. Probably near the bottom. Yeah, Kerman San Diego already rescued. Okay, so I can actually go to the reward, request queue, and that one's already completed there. Okay, good. Okay, cool. So I need to make a note to remove that one from the save game. So, issues with mods and the save game. At least I know how to fix it when it happens, and how to avoid it now, so that's good. Alright, so instead we can go up and do more regular rescues. So we got a couple in orbit of Kerbin. We have Kerman Melville and Miss Piggy. So let's go to Arcadia Station, and let's check on the status of our Personnel Orbital Rescue Craft number 5, Pork 5. And Pork 5 needs to be fueled up, so let's open the Fuel Balancer mod and liquid fuel. We want to look at, I think it's these 3 tanks. 4 tanks, rather, yes. Alright, so let's work on the one farthest out first. And let's just pump fuel out of it. Oxidizer 2 might as well, but this ship doesn't use the oxidizer, so that's going elsewhere. It's going into these tanks. That's right, it moves the center of gravity inward, which is not a bad thing. I mean, unless we were spinning, because then we'd spin faster. And let's lock that tank. And pump out. Alright, we are fully fueled though, so yeah, we're just moving the fuel inward, which is okay. So let's pump out. And that's not pumping at all because the rest are already full. Yeah, we're definitely using more liquid fuel than oxidizers because this thing uses nuclear engines, atomic motors, and those don't need oxidizer at all. So we are good to go. And who is aboard? We have Bowsy Kerman, our current pilot on duty, Munchie engineer on duty, I can't even speak, and that is the full crew currently, which is just fine. Let's undock. And switch over. And good, we have full monopropellant as well. Let's get some clearance from our station. And let's choose our first target. Miss Piggy is up ahead of us. Kerman Melville is way behind us. So we'll probably want to, since they're in lower orbits, they'll be catching up to us. It'll be easiest to go for Kerman Melville first. We've already rescued Supreme Oddity. The ship is still there, but I think I want to leave that one there because it's a tin can, so that's funny. But yeah, let's set this as our target. And let's put a maneuver right here. And the altitude is 86 kilometers, so we want to aim for a periapsis that is the same. Just about like that. And then we want to see how many orbits before it catches up efficiently with this awful UI. There we go. Come on. There we go. That's pretty close. Right here. That is our optimum time. And that's coming up in 2 hours and 41 minutes. Let's see how much we can tweak this. So, separation at approach, 3.5 kilometers. 0.2 kilometers. Okay, yeah. If we leave right then for only 52 meters per second delta V, we can get within about 200 or 300 meters of this thing. So let's do that. That is perfect. And we'll have a very low relative velocity as well, which is even better. So yeah, let's start warping. And I'm looking up also at our alarms. And Moho transfer window is in 83 days. So when that says, let's see, yeah, 79 days is the earliest we can do our next launch. And so I've got some ideas for what to launch next. And I think we should send some rescue missions again, unmanned this time, to see if we can retrieve Jebediah Kerman, who is still waiting in deep space. And also Val and Bob, who are also still waiting after their attempt to rescue Jeb. They've been out there for years. It's they deserve to come home, right? I think they do. It'll be either that or some of our contracts. All right, we're coming up on the maneuver. Let's point towards the maneuver marker on the nav ball. And this is... let's see, control from here? Are we controlling from here? Okay, yeah, it is retrograde. Cool. Because we are lowering our orbit, that's right. And it's an 11-second burn at full thrust. We're probably going to do something more like half thrust. So about 12 seconds before the node is when we will start our burn. One minute. 30 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's burn. There goes the station. I bet Jeb and Val and Bob have some stories. Throttle down, get some more precision out of the end of this. Just a bit. All right. I'm watching the separation and approach actually go up here, so in precisions, we're not going to get to that 200 meters with this, but we'll definitely be doing some correction burns, so it's going to be all right. We're very familiar with these maneuvers. So yeah, we're going to get there in 15 minutes. That's half an orbit, and we're going to get there during the day, which is exciting. There's Kerman Melville down there. This was redeemed by Satan, right? I think this was Satan. Let me double check that. Let's see. Yes, Satan redeemed Kerman Melville. Very clever names. Alright, we're coming up in 4 minutes, so let's get out of that view. Let's look at our target. We're in target mode. Let's point retrograde. There he is down there, 15 kilometers away. Let's turn on our lights. There we go. That's better. We also have these cameras up here. Alright, now our relative speed is only 66 meters per second, so this will be very cheap burn to come up alongside. We got this, says Satan. That's right. And I'm watching on the nav ball. The retrograde marker is drifting this way across the anti-target marker. Well, it's not drifting much anymore, so we'll probably want to burn right here to push it a little bit farther. Let's go ahead and do that now. Just a gentle push. And that is bringing down the separation at approach, which is exactly what we want. And it looks like actually down here, get those crosshairs to overlap. There we go, just like this. Oh. Overshot it, it looks like. There we go. 908. Okay, 600 meters. All right, let's point retrograde and pull up alongside. And actually, that's going to be closer than advertised, so that's good. There we go. Dead stop, which, you know, actually is a very fast orbit, but relative to this ship, we are at a dead stop. And let's just double check, make sure we haven't missed something. I think these are standard rescues. Yeah, Kerman Melville and Miss Piggy are the most basic of rescues. We only need to go grab the Kerbal. We don't need to save their ship or anything like that. So, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Let's switch there. And here is Kerman Melville's capsule. Kerman Melville is a pilot. Very nice. Let's reclassify this as debris for cleanup later by Kefri Bezos, still doing his community service. And you, sir, go on EVA. Let go, turn on your helmet lights and your jetpack. And we're definitely going to get our traditional rescue selfie. And our lighting is really good. Very pleased with that. All right, turn around, you. There we go. Beautiful. All right, into the ship you go. Easy now. And board. There we go. And we've got Kerman Melville aboard. Now, next target, Miss Piggy. Set as target. There we go. And so now what we need to do is raise our orbit so that Miss Piggy catches up. So basically, if we pin that and pin that, go to orbit mode and point prograde. We'll just burn prograde, raise the other side of our orbit, raise our apoapsis, so that it takes us longer to get around, so that Miss Piggy can catch up. So the next time we come back around, we'll be intersecting. And we could do this really efficiently but slowly, but we've got plenty of Delta V to play with, so let's do it fast. Intersect a boozinate, says Shipwreck. If you insist, Shipwreck, but only because you insist. Thank you, Shipwreck. You're on top of it today. I'm sure Miss Piggy is reassured that while planning the maneuver to come and rescue her, I'm drinking on the job. Alright, let's use our maneuvering thrusters to fine-tune this a bit. Just like that. Alright, separation at closest approach is about 810 meters. That's really good. And we're going to be there in 40 minutes. So, RCS off. Let's time warp to here. Come back around, and it looks like we're going to be approaching at day, and we'll probably rescue her before we cross the Terminator, but not guaranteed, so we might have a sunset rescue here. Alright, here we come. 6 minutes away from rescuing Miss Piggy. Let's look at target, go to target mode on the nav ball, and point retrograde. There we go. And there she is below us, about 64 kilometers, a stack of kilometers down. And we are descending from above. Alright, 60 kilometers away, let's time warp a bit. Here's our distance to target up here, 50 kilometers. 40. 30 kilometers. 20. Now we can see it right here on the HUD as well. So let's come out of time warp. And let's see if we can slow down. We're going faster relative to the target because we've come down from a much higher altitude. So let's go on this side of the retrograde marker, see if we can push it a little closer to the prograde marker while also slowing down. And yeah, the separation at approach is dropping. So is our relative speed. We have to remember our thrust is pretty low on this ship. It's going back up, so let's not worry about that. We have efficient but low thrust engines, so don't want to fly right past. Alright, we're 2 kilometers away. And yeah, we're going pretty fast, but we are slowing down just in time. A little bit farther away than Kerman Melville. Sorry, Miss Piggy, you're gonna have to do a little more work. Don't worry, it's good for you, and we're here to rescue you and give you all the snacks. All right, there we go. And I can't reclassify this particular part, so I'm gonna have to do that later in the save game file, or come for it with not Elon Musk, Kefri Bezos. All right, Miss Piggy, go on EVA. There she goes, tumbling. Turn on the helmet lights and the jetpack. There we go. And Pork 5 is our target. And let's make haste. Alright, coming up on the target, let's slow down. We don't want to splat Miss Piggy all over the place. And Satan, is this another one of yours? I think this is. Let me check that. No, this is Elric. Okay, yeah, you and Elric both have very creative names. You guys and Twiglet are all in a contest for the most viewer-redeemed rescues and the cleverest names. I love it. Alright, and yeah, it's still daytime. Look at that. 2 daytime rescues in a row, unheard of. Alright, 80 meters away. We're gonna need to do another one of our traditional rescue selfies. Kerbals don't weigh much. It doesn't take a whole lot of thrust to slow them down or speed them up. Alright, there we go. Turn around, you. Whoa, not that far. There we go. Oh my gosh, just face the camera, you troll. There we go. Look at the, oh my gosh, the reflection of Kerbin in her Alright, let's do this. Say rescue. There we go. There we go. One of those will be good. I don't know why she doesn't want to just face the camera. What a butt. Alright. Now come aboard and let's bring you home. Board. There we go. That's 2. Alright, and we have 4.2 kilometers per second of delta V. What is our other one? Kerman San Diego we need to remove. We've already rescued. The other 2 are on the surface of Minimus, right? Orbit of Minimus and surface of Minimus, and these ones are bigger contracts. We have to rescue their ship as well as their the Kerbal. And I'm a little bit wary of this one on the surface because the last one we did on the surface, we got krakened, and that sent Bowsy Kerman shooting off into well, her whole craft shooting off into space. We had to rescue Bowsy, but we did it. Alright, let's go back to target selection, stations, Arcadia Station, and now we're going to need to raise our orbit. Let's see, there's Arcadia Station there. So we're going to be catching up. So this is actually pretty good timing, hopefully. We need to raise our apoapsis to 150 kilometers. Oh my gosh, we have perfect timing. Yeah, right now, if we burn right now, we'll get there. And it's only 50 meters per second burn in 1 minute. Perfect. Okay, that is incredible luck. All right, so let's go ahead and face the maneuver node, which is basically just prograde. Not even basically, it is just prograde. And at about T-minus 10 seconds, we're going to burn at about half thrust again, like we did to go after Kerman Melville. There we go. I'm going to reset my posture here. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. We've passed the node. Reducing thrust. And that is a successful burn. We have Morwick, welcome to the stream, saying, top of the day, sir. Well, thank you, and welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. We are returning back to our space station after rescuing 2 Kerbals that were named by our viewers. Well done on your burn. Well, thank you. I take it you are a Kerbal player, then. Our separation approach will be 1.14 kilometers. That's really good. So let's see. There's Arcadia Station right there, and we are going to catch up to it right there. You were years ago. Okay. Are you hoping to get back into it with Kerbal Space Program 2 sometime next year? So I'm hoping to do a whole lot of things that I have never done in KSP before KSP 2 comes out. Like a grand tour to all of the stock planets. Yeah, if it ever comes out. I think it will. They're taking their time, which is fine. But I think it will. It's looking pretty promising, the little snippets and tidbits they've given us. And I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic. All right, we're 6.6 kilometers away. Let's point retrograde to the target. And slow down and also tighten our approach a bit. Alright, so we're going to position our nose on this side of the retrograde marker and push it, hopefully, towards the anti-target marker. And that is indeed reducing our separation at approach. Alright, 611 meters, that's really good. Closer than that isn't really very safe anyway, so let's point retrograde again. We only have 35 meters per second to shed when we get there. We can do that easily, even with these low-power engines. Alright, and 2.25 kilometers, we're going to get our lag spike as it loads the station into... There it is, the physics engine. Look at that, we've barely touched our liquid fuel. We've used like 12-15% of our liquid fuel on that. That was one of our most efficient missions yet. That went really well, I'm very pleased. Alright, and we can see it. There it is. Alright, we're 1 kilometer away. We're coming up on our closest approach, and we're going to shed our velocity. Let's do it. It's good not to have our atomic engines pointed directly at the station anyway. I'm sure that the Kerbonauts aboard will appreciate not being exposed to an excess of radioactive engine exhaust. Alright, so let's go ahead and control from here. We already are, but I like to be paranoid and click that anyway. And let's choose Navcam, our Arcadia Station. Okay, let's Let's pick our camera manually then. There are too many cameras in range. This is night vision cam. We don't need that. We have daylight, science cam. Let's do that. Activate this camera. And let's point towards our target. This isn't the docking camera, so we're probably going to switch to the docking camera for the actual docking, but we haven't used this camera, so let's try it out. And what is that? That's some space junk that we need to remove from orbit. We'll have Kefri Bezos get right on that as part of his community service for getting one of our Kerbals killed. Alright. Use our engines just briefly. 1.4 meters per second, that's pretty good. And we have lots of monopropellant left, so we can use that. Alright, and I'm watching our separation at approach drop. 160 meters, 150, 120, 100. And yeah, this time we are going to aim right at the thing. $21.4 meters. That's really good. And then we're going to fine-tune it when we get close. We're going to choose our docking port. And it is time to slow down. We're going a relative speed of 1 meter per second. Alright, let's go ahead and do this docking port here. It is very conveniently pointed nearly right at us. Alright, let's slow down. And let's pick our docking port camera right here. Activate camera. There we go. I love approaching this station. I say it every time, I know, but it's true. And yeah, here's one of our new return pods, our deployable emergency return pods, our derps. Full throttle, Dan, says Shipwreck. But no, not here. You know my thoughts on that, Shipwreck. Elric, welcome. Redeeming the Boozinate. Always on closest approach. And the Hydrate. Welcome, Elric. We're bringing home Miss Piggy, which you redeemed. Shipwreck redeemed full throttle. Well, now I have to do it. And the Hydrate. Thank you, Elric, for looking out for me. All right. All right, let's line up here. There we go. We're vertically aligned and just about there horizontally. There we go. Nice, gentle approach.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Probably not. And were you able to hear that? All right, Shipwreck. I've been tweaking my setup a little bit more, and I think that came through. And the 54 Bear, not a good time to have an attack of the hiccups. Oh, it was fine. Yes, you heard it. Okay, good. just double checking for the for sanity. All right, we are back at Arcadia Station, so let's bring them home and cross them off the to-do list. Let's see, we've got here Kerman Melville. Let's transfer you right here. You failed to blow it up. Well, I succeeded in not blowing it up, which is what I was trying. Oh, shipwreck. I've blown this station up before. You saw it. You were here for that, right? Alright, undock. There we go. And Kerman Melville is a pilot, which means I can have him take care of pointing retrograde for me. Alright, point retrograde. There we go. Let's turn on the emergency lights. There we go. Perfect. And, yeah, we're in orbit mode. Let's go ahead and full throttle this thing. For shipwreck. There we go. And we're going to watch our periapsis. Let's go ahead and speed the game up a little bit. These are very small thrusters here. It's a lightweight ship, but still. And we're looking for... Crash into the big orange thing. You mean the fuel tank? Sounds wise. Alright, we're looking for a periapsis around 32 kilometers. Has been working very well for us. Right there. Perfect. Luli, welcome. Good to see you here. We are rescuing Kerman Melville, a Kerbal redeemed by Satan, our good friend Satan. And we picked him up, and now he is coming home to Kerbin. It looks like we're going to land at night. Our good luck with lighting is at an end, I think. All right, let's time warp until we enter the atmosphere. Yay, says Satan. Yay, indeed. And then we'll bring Miss Piggy home, a redeem from Elric. All right, let's turn off Stability Assist and RCS. These things are aerodynamically stable. So yeah, let's we can zoom in on these big red lights for you, and then we can do the physics mode time warp until we get into the really hot part of the atmosphere. Oh, and since I got more people here, I want to show this off. Let's I have the cat you're all familiar with, and 2 out of 3 cats are done by our friend Kaylee. I've got Arya and Crookshanks now. Look at that. And I have them as emotes. How great is that? I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put Shadow when she draws Shadow. I'm not sure where yet. But yeah, we're gonna have those guys on our shoulders for a couple minutes here. Why not? I'm gonna take a screenshot from in here. Let's see. I'm taking an OBS screenshot to see what happens. I've never tried that. Wait, so they're your cats? They sure are. And I'm giving Shipwreck a seizure, apparently. Close your eyes, yes. So the one on the left is Arya. That's our newest cat. We've had her a couple years. And she's insane. And she has very sharp claws. That's why we named her Arya. From, you know, Game of Thrones. Crookshanks came with that name from the Humane Society. he is a big fat dummy. And Shadow also came with that name. Shadow and Crookshanks are brothers from the same litter. And yeah, I need channel points as Shipwreck. Are you out of channel points, Shipwreck? That's right. You used them all up, didn't you, on gambling? There you go, Shipwreck. Is that better? It looks like it's headed right for Crookshanks' ear. There we go. Right up in Crookshanks' ear. Ah! Give Shipwreck 1,000,000 points. Oh, it doesn't work that way, Shipwreck. Oh, they're gone. I set that up to display them for 2 minutes so that I don't forget to take them down. But yeah, here's the full artwork right here of Crookshanks. Super good stuff. And I'm waiting for her to put it up on her Redbubble store so that I can order a print. Because I already have a print of Arya, and stickers, and a refrigerator magnet. Alright, when we get to about 2 kilometers above the terrain, we will deploy the parachutes. And then at 1 kilometer, they will automatically fully deploy. And yeah, I'm going to do the Kaylee command. This is our friend Kaylee Obsidia, and that's her whole link tree. She did that live on her streams, so yeah. Was going to show Derpshanks, but no points. Yeah, I thought, I learned recently that it's not this way, but I thought that once you modified an emote, you had that, but you have to do that every time. So I'm actually going to reduce the cost of that, because that's funny, and that's silly that you have to do it every time. That I thought 900 points was pretty reasonable, but that's when I thought that it was permanent. It's 24 hours. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to drastically reduce the price of that, because the the derpy sunglasses are too funny. Supreme Doom has it for 100 points. Yeah, I think I might put that at 82. Just like the Boozinate, Hydrate, etc. So, yeah, I don't want that to be something that you guys are like, I don't know if I can afford it. That's just silliness. All right, let's speed this up. We're going pretty slow here because of air resistance, wind resistance. Okay, coming up on 2 kilometers and parachute deployment. And there is the full deployment right there. And we're coming down over the oceans at night, because of course we are. So, and if Supreme jumps off a bridge, we should too, because I trust that Supreme Doom would be jumping into maple syrup, so it would be fine. Let's see, I can change that right now. Boom, boom. Let's see, modify a single emote, and let's make that cost 82. I'm not making money from that, jeez. And let's see, choose an emote to unlock. Let's do that at 200. There we go. Save. All right, that's better. Jeez. And Lily says, I was just dropping by to say hello. Always love hanging here. Gonna go to bed and have an amazing time, Dan. Hey, Lily, you should just change your time zone to Mountain Standard Time, and then it will be 3 p.m. for you and not super late in the evening. But since you haven't done that, I guess I'll just say thank you for dropping by. It's always good to see you here. And can we get a shout out for Luli? I finally made it to, no, that was Sophie. I haven't made it to, do you stream Luli? I've made it to a Sophie stream. I'm all my friends that aren't in my time zone, I get them confused. There's Derpshanks. And yeah, good night Luli. Yeah, Boozinate is sacred. Yeah, let's see. Do you stream, Lily? I don't think. I know I haven't been to one. I don't think you do, but that's all right. If you ever did, I'd be there to watch. All right, let's we're 540 meters above the sea. Let's speed the game up so we don't have to wait and do that at 3 meters per second. What is this down here? Okay, there's Arcadia Station. Look at that. Arcadia Station is setting on the horizon. Oh no. I sort of do and sort of don't understand the whole mukbang thing, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. Like, yeah, I like eating, but I also don't like how I feel after I eat a lot. She does not ship, says Lily. Oh, jeez. All right, here we are. 50 meters to go. But yeah, you have a good night, Luli. Thank you for dropping by. Do you like corn, though? I saw that there's something with corn going on right now, and I don't know what it is. I don't understand. I'm too old. I'm in my 40s now. All right, recover vessel, and Kerman Melville is coming home. Let's complete that redeem for Satan. That was 20 days ago. That was 3 weeks ago that Satan redeemed that, and it is now done. And it was the same day that Elric redeemed Miss Piggy. So Miss Piggy is coming home next. Oh, it's on TikTok. Okay, it's a TikTok thing. See, I don't TikTok. Jeez, Dan is slow. You know how I found out that corn is a thing? Oh, wait. I have seen it. My wife showed it to me. Now I know it. Okay, yes, it's got the juice. That's right. Okay. I did see it a couple days ago. My wife showed it to me. But then I was that was overwritten in my mind by, I saw on the sound alerts page that all the sounds that are trending are corn. Okay, yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, I don't TikTok. There's good stuff on TikTok, but TikTok as a whole is really not my thing. Shipwreck says, ha, Dan's wife is cooler than him, confirmed. Let's see. Dan Shipwreck. Ah, dang it, it didn't work. I'll try that later. But you're banned. All right. Miss Piggy, you're coming home. All right. Transfer crew. Come all the way across to here. This is twice now that you've had to go farther. What? Ah, double ban Shipwreck then. Okay, and undock. And as Miss Piggy is also a pilot, she can also point retrograde for us. Sound for the dirtbag gun. I'm thinking of ways to enhance that. So let's see. Okay, yeah, these. I'm gonna test something here. Oh, those still did it. That's okay. Hold on, and I will finish that thought. Okay, we are not going to impact the giant fuel tank, so let's go ahead and throttle up and watch our periapsis drop. But yes, so I tried again with Stream Elements to have a dirt counter displayed on screen, and it doesn't count up. I've watched several tutorials, read up on it, and I have everything exactly right, but it still won't count up on the on-screen thing. So I'm looking into a different way to do that. But I've been thinking the same thing, Shipwreck. That would be hilarious if we could have saying, oh, look at that, there's the moon. If we could have something visual and audio for the derps. Also, I need to make or have my wife make a derp emote for me, like an official derp emote. All right, let's drop our periapsis, our pineapple apsis to 32 kilometers. So we fly over Kerbin's deserts. Let's see. There we go. That will do it. And let's time warp until we enter the atmosphere. We just use your in real life face For your official derpy mount. Yeah. I'm actually thinking my son makes some pretty spectacular faces that might be perfectly appropriate for that. All right, let's let aerodynamics take over here. All right. And I think, Shipwreck, right now, you're the one derping. For a specific reason. There it is. Thank you, Shipwreck. Gotta stay fully fueled. Claimed it before you said it. Uh-huh. You claimed it before you heard me say it. That is. I said it, and then I saw it come through. So, you know, stream delay. Let's, let's put the cats up here. I'm also looking for a way to, have those come up with chat interaction. I've been doing some research, and there are some options, but it's going to take some work. So and I've got a lot of things on the list, but I'm trying to do little improvements to the stream setup every stream. This time it was a whole lot of work because I set it up again from almost but not quite scratch, because new install of Windows on a new hard drive, new RAM and everything. So far so good on that RAM. Like a command list? I mean, the more I think about a command list, the more I think, you know, that's a lot of work. I just don't want to. Okay. All right. We're 24 kilometers up, and as usual at we're at sunset here. As usual, at 2 kilometers, we will deploy our parachutes. And by the way, if XMP is enabled, I'm pretty sure it ignores the settings you put. Really? Yeah, because the XMP profile I set up was 3200 hertz. So, but yeah, I had not caught that. I just saw that it listed the name of the name of the RAM, all the stuff, and my XMP profile. But yeah, you caught that it was at 3600. So yeah, that's pretty wild. Wonder what Task Manager says. I'm going to open that up. It says 3200 here, but I don't know if that really knows or not. So interesting and very good to know. Yeah, look at this sunset. And there's Eve, and there's our space forklift. But does your RAM have RGB? I deliberately chose RAM that did not. Haha. The only things I have that have RGB, the only thing I have that has RGB is my mouse. And if there was an option for a mouse this good that didn't have RGB, I'd have taken it. But you did the same. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sad that the exact model that I had is no longer available, because it looked really nice, had a nice silver heat spreader over the top. This one is just black. Still looks nice, but it doesn't match anymore. I thought about replacing all 4 sticks so they'd match, but I'm going to wait until I can do DDR5 and then do a massive upgrade and buy 4 matching sticks at that point. All right, here we come on full parachute deployment. Look at that in the background. Eve just up there in the sky. Drez up there. Space forklift. space junk. My GPU and water cooler have RGB, but that's it. Yeah. I'm actually thinking of adding some RGB to my Minecraft server hardware because I haven't done this yet. One of the millions of things on my to-do list. I have a homemade square or wooden cube is my case, and I want to dress it up like a command block. Those are big bras. I know, right? Mm-hmm. You're fired, Shipwreck. But yeah, I want to dress it up like a command block, and so that it would be fun if I had flashing lights on it, like in the actual game. But for my regular computer, I like the sleek, trimmed down look with no extra lights. If I wanted any lights in there, I would want white LEDs, but yeah. All right, coming down nice and gently in Kerbin's Oceans. Brick says my server machine has RGB. Slow down to regular time, but only because it was made from older parts. Ah, yeah. And there we go. Nice gentle touchdown, splashdown rather. Recover vessel. And that is another rescue taken care of. We have Mrs. Piggy Kerman, redeemed by Elric the Troll King 3 weeks ago. Now complete. Beautiful. Now let's change gears. We're halfway through the stream. Let's do something else. I do desperately want some science. So let's go to mission control. Build a new surface outpost on Eve. That's ambitious. Can we speak to Princess? She's taking a nap. Science data from the surface of the moon. Well, that's a good one. And it can be anywhere on the surface of the moon. So what's active? Surface outpost on the moon. Data from space around the moon. I can't believe we still haven't done that. We should do that. Space around Moho. Oh, nuts. Okay, so we should have this. But here's the thing. When we flew past Moho and transmitted science home, we already had the bug where the contracts had disappeared because of the Flight Manager for Recoverable Stages mod. So this did not get completed because of that, unfortunately. Oh well. We'll be back, so it's okay. Let's see. Make ground contact and return to... Oh, that's right. We accepted this one last week because it pays a ton, including a nice hefty advance. And we have a lot... It never expires, so we have as much time as we want to complete that, so we're going to work on that. Chibika says, I'm excited for supper, making steak. My favorite cut too, New York strip. Ooh, nice. Have extra steak for me. We're having sushi. It's my stepdaughter's birthday today. And so we're going to have... Oh, hydrate. You, Shipwreck? You tried to hit Boozinate, didn't you? And you hit hydrate. Watch, Shipwreck, as your Boozinate efforts are diluted. Just for you, Shipwreck, I'm going to take a nice big drink of this water. Oh, that's delicious. You know, I could refund that. But I'm not gonna. In fact, I'm going to complete it right now. Hydrate from Shipwreck. Mark as complete. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was really good water, Shipwreck. Really, really good water. Thank you so much. All right. But yeah, we have lots of time to do that. That's going to be a very ambitious mission. It's very difficult to return from the surface of Eve. Eve's gravity is extremely high and its atmosphere is extremely dense, so very difficult. Let's do this one. Temperature surveys of the moon near Piglet 1. And you know what that is? That is surface science on the surface of the moon. So let's accept science data from the surface of the moon. And let's double dip. Let's do this. Conduct temperature surveys of the moon near Piglet 1. bandana. And since I never can remember this backronym that Kit came up with for us, here's the command. It's not enabled. Let me fix that right away. Piglet enabled. There we go. I never disable that. Piglet. There it is. Profuse integration of geologic exploration and telecommunications. All right, so let's do that. Yeah, measure the temperature on the surface at 79 C1 alpha to find temperature fluctuations. Yep, so I think there's just one spot to do it. So let's see, we might have to do some driving. Let's go to Piglet 1, and I think you and Kit are aboard Piglet 1. I haven't still put you and Burke at the same assignment yet. We're going to be putting a permanent surface outpost on the moon soon, and we'll station you both there, I promise. All right, rovers. There they are. Piglet 1 landed at the moon. And we were very near it. I think we had been working on driving there before. Okay, let's hope everything's okay. Here we go. Yep, we're going to do temperature surveys. And this should get us 2 contracts with 1 action. Efficiency. All right, will it load properly? Yes, it will. Excellent, good. And yep, Shipwreck Kerman and Kit Kerman. Shipwreck's our engineer, Kit's our scientist. Shipwreck is driving. It's definitely not wise, but okay. And yeah, this is our old rover. This is an old design at this point, but it gets the job done. And where do we need to go? Southeast. We're pointed due south. Okay, there it is on the nav ball. It's marked. Perfect. We need to go uphill. That's great. Let's look at our electricity is going up because we have good sun access at full speed ahead. Yeah, we're going to do our best at that. Full speed for this thing isn't that fast. Definitely not uphill. Yep. Here we go. This is full throttle. I'm pushing my foot all the way down on that pedal. Yeah, we're very near where we fixed that rover. And we have, let's see, perfect landing, Kit's Ridge. And I thought I saw, there it is. Too fast, too Kerbal. Add some rockets to it. I know, right? Oh, we're gonna keep working on rovers and race cars. So, also, I've been thinking about trying out a new mod for this game that is mostly just a visual mod, but is a little bit more intense than the usual visual mod. It's called Parallax. It's version 2.0 of that, and it adds a whole bunch of fancy ground scatter that, unlike these rocks, you can actually crash into and have to either drive around or over. And it's from the screenshots I've seen, it's very pretty, and I want to try it out and see exactly what kind of performance impact it has on this game. Because we're doing pretty well, especially with this this nice CPU. But I don't want to add so much burden to the game that we end up with more Kraken attacks. So might do some tests with it. But it would be really fun. Also, I'm worried about if I install it and come to one of these, like this rover, and it is right inside where some ground scatter has spawned. That would be interesting. But I think that there's a way around that, so I'm going to have to do some tests. But it would be really fun to have to actually navigate these obstacles. All right. Oh, we are actually in the area. We don't have to go into the crater. We can sit on the rim. Let's park. Right here. All right. E-brake on. E-brake on. And Shipwreck says, pretty bad these days, huh? You have near top-of-the-line hardware, but some games still perform poopy. Yeah, the biggest issue is these older games that are not optimized. So it just so happens that the two games that I have played the most, and it's not even close, compared to other games, Minecraft and Kerbal Space Program, were both made originally by people who had no idea what they were doing programming a game, just had this idea and taught themselves, basically. And the games really took off. So, and all of the development since has been trying to work around the technical limitations and knowledge limitations of the original programmers. Also, they are entirely dependent on CPU almost for their performance. So yeah, single-threaded processor speed is the #1 concern for both Minecraft and Kerbal Space Program. If you can believe that. All right, Kit Kerman, get out of here. Let's do a temperature survey. Oh, wait a second. I remember we tried this a while back. And here's the problem. There's no thermometer on this rover. That's why we're at this site already. And yeah, I think there used to be a thermometer on this rover, but I think we broke it. So we need to land something here and do this survey. All right, but that's all right. We can still, for example, log seismic data. We can't get any actual science points from it, but we can transmit the data and complete. Let's leave Kit there. What, hanging on the outside, or you want to drive away and leave him at this ridge? All right, that completes the contract. Let's take a look at our notifications here. Save Kerman Melville, yes. Now part of our crew. Save Miss Piggy, she's now part of our crew. And we recovered Kerman Melville and Miss Piggy on the surface, and we just got science data from the surface of the moon for minimal effort. All right, let's board. Leave him at the ridge. Oh, very rude. What's that over there? That looks like a rock that we can investigate, but I think we've already done what we can with those. And there's the Boozinate. Shipwreck, you're diluting the hydrate. You're making it less effective. My voice very much appreciates that. And that is quite enjoyable. Thank you. All right, so let's go back to the Space Center. And let's do another contract then. We're chipping away at this science. I really want to unlock that landing autopilot. Which, yes, is a mod, and it's a controversial one because some people consider it a little too cheaty, but it is the way it's really done in the real world, so... Alright, mission control. Add a new part to satellite in orbit of Kerbin. Meh. Alright. Polar orbit of Kerbin. That doesn't get us any science points, though. Let's do this one. Position a satellite in synchronous orbit of Minimus. And this is super silly. Okay, so build a new unmanned probe that has an antenna and can generate power. The probe must be fully assembled when launched, reach the designated synchronous orbit around Minimus, and have a resource survey scanner on the satellite. What is the point of a resource survey scanner if it's in a synchronous orbit and can only look at one point on the surface? The whole point of a resource survey scanner is that you go into a polar orbit and cover the entirety of the surface of Minimus. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to complete this contract. Then we're going to change the orbit and do some proper resource survey scanning. Let's do that. So let's design our satellite. And also we need to get to 79... No, we need to get to 69 days to the Moho transfer window. So let's go ahead and do that now. Because that is the next time we are allowing ourselves to launch. We want to make sure we're moving this clock forward. And so to do that, we are role-playing that it takes about 2 weeks minimum to refurbish the launch pad, build a new rocket, and roll it out. There are mods that will do that, but we're not going to use those for now. We're just going to simulate it ourselves. We're also going to check again in mission control, see if there are any more interesting contracts offered before we do this one. But this is what we're doing. All right, 72 days, 71, 70. All right, and that'll do nicely. Finished construction of a rover on Minmus, and it pays pretty well. We are not really cheater. We are not really hurting for funding right now, though. Map 13 asteroids endangering Kerbal with a Sentinel infrared telescope, and the Sentinel telescope we already have will do, so let's accept that, and then we'll just passively scan for asteroids and get money. I like it. So yeah, and 4 science points. Yeah, our COVID telescope, our celestial object vector intercept detection telescope. I don't know why, but I'm not gaining channel points. Probably because I'm not streaming, according to well, actually that was Raider who said that it wasn't streaming. Aw. Channel points are enabled. Is Twitch just being dumb today? Is Twitch being the worst? I don't know. That displeases me if that is the case. All right, let's design our satellite. The basic requirements for any of the satellite contracts are that it has to be able to generate power and it has to have an antenna. So let's open this up. Pretty soon there will be no more Booznate for you. No! All right, let's start with a probe core. We'll do the Hex probe core. And let's put batteries on it. We're going to want a couple of batteries here. And we also want some solar panels. Let's see. What are these ones? These are those triangle ones, I think. Or maybe... What are these? Oh, they're huge. Oh, okay. They look like that. Yeah, but they're huge. We don't have room for that. Or for this. Okay, those are the ones that we have on the port, the rescue vehicle. Let's do... We don't need to retract the thing, so let's just do our typical 1x6 solar panels. So those are going to look like that, and I'm going to leave them extended for now so that we can build around them. Chipper says, hey, bring one of those trolley things the Kerbals are driving in the background to the moon. Looks faster than your rover. That would be funny. Let's see, where is one of those? Can we catch one? Like that guy? That doesn't look like he's driving very safely. Oh, he almost hit that one. Oh, he just ran over 3 Kerbals. Dude, watch it. Safety third, come on. All right. Let's see, we need a resource scanner. Yeah, resource survey scanner. So let's make sure we're getting the right thing here. That's what I meant to click on. Those Kerbals are boozinating, it looks like. Yeah. Boozinated Kerbals. Okay, so resource mapper. Okay, is this the one that they want? I think it is. Let's pop it right here. Let's only put one on. We only need one. There we go, just like that. And in fact, let's put a reaction wheel on here. That's too big. There we go. All right, that is a nice start. And actually, I'm going to change my mind on these batteries too. So those carry 200 electric charge. This carries 400. If we put 3 of these on, that is way more battery capacity, which will be helpful and also keeps everything centered right there. So let's put fuel tanks on now. And let's go a little bit bigger, in fact. These are not organized very well. Sort by mass. There we go. I like that. Okay, so now engines. The Spark has a specific impulse of 320. That's pretty good. 290, that's garbage. 315, 290. Yeah, I think the Spark is the way to go for a satellite like this. And that gives this thing 1,700 meters per second, basically, of delta V. I want more than that, so let's see, that carries 24 liquid fuel. This carries 45, so this is half the size of those. Let's put 3 of these out here like this. All right, 3 kilometers per second of delta V, so that gives this thing a nice long life. Okay, so we need antennas as well. What's that look like? Don't like that. There we go, and those will point backwards. Although we could put them here, and we don't really need 3, but why not? They're super lightweight, and this balances the thing as well, so all right, I like that. What else can we put on here? I don't think we need anything else. Okay, resource survey scanner, antenna can generate power, can do both. Okay, good. Retract. Why did this one only halfway retract? Okay, that's super derpy. What? Let's try that again. What's the range on these things? 10 gigameters. Yeah, we don't need something that intense, so let's just do these. Alright, why are you doing that all weirdly? There we go, that's better. Alright, and extend, just make sure. And let's extend this as well. Okay, yep, nothing's going to clip. That's perfect. The game will be fine with it clipping, but I'm not, so... Alright, that will be more than enough. That's even practically overkill for this thing, but that's okay. So, let's see. Resource scanner probe. Or satellite. Resource ScanSat. There we go. And save. Alright, let's put a transfer stage on this thing. We need coupler. That's the right size. There we go. Fuel tanks. You're definitely not getting channel points. That is not okay. That's not cool at all. Huh. Please boozinate yourself. All right. I will take your word for it, because, I mean, obviously I can always trust my mods, and I will boozinate myself. In fact, here, I will redeem it for you, in fact. How about this? It's on cooldown for 3 minutes, Shipwreck. We gotta wait. I'm sorry, that's the rules. It's on cooldown. But I'll redeem it next. See, that's huge. How about that? Almost got him. Oh, you. That's a big engine. Oh my gosh. Part of the efficiency of this engine is the huge engine bell. So let's increase the size of this thing. Let's see, what adapters do we have? There we go. That actually looks really good. And that fits. Okay, perfect. So now we've got lots of Delta V for very low cost. Do it, says Shipwreck. Rude. All right, now another decoupler. We need that one's too small. We want the 2.5 meter decoupler. There we go. And also we want a payload fairing. Let's go. What is the size of our booster? We want to use our Arcus 2, which already has the decoupler we want. So let's get rid of that. And that fairing is just barely too small. Let's edit that. Just like that. Okay, yeah, this thing has 8.8 kilometers per second total Delta V. This will do very well for this mission. Okay, we've got our spotlights and everything. Bowser, welcome! It's been a while since I've seen you. There's the auto shout out from Fossabot. It's Bowser. She's from Australia, even if you don't speak Australian. That was my perfect Australian accent. Go follow her on Twitch. How are you doing, Bowser? Hope you're doing well. We have definitely missed you here. Okay. I think this is ready to fly. Let's double check our staging. So we've got our core engine, our launch clamps, decoupler, upper stage engine, and we want these in different stages. That's why we check our staging. Okay, and then we want our fairing to be deployed. There we go. And after the fairing, we have this decoupler. Yeah, this staging was awful. I'm glad we checked it. And then that engine, that decoupler, and that engine. Okay, perfect. You've been okay. Well, that is better than bad. I will accept that. Hey! And Prime subscription. There's the fanfare for you. Eight months? That is wild. It's wild that I can even say that I have 8-month subscribers. That's how long it's been possible to subscribe. Thank you so much, Bowser. Very much appreciated. Okay, let's we're done designing this thing. Let's make sure we've saved it. And okay, now that I fixed the staging, we actually have 10 kilometers per second. Yeah, we can take this wherever we want almost. But let's take it to Minmus. Raider with the boozinate. He sniped it from me, who was going to take it for you. Yeah, better than bad, but not 100% good. Well, that's the way it is for a lot of us. But yeah, I hope that whatever trajectory it goes upwards. Shipwreck says he was gonna do it for free. This is funnier. The Raider, are you getting channel points, or is Shipwreck just trolling me here? All right. Hopefully, if this works properly, pretty sure I have the ScanSat mod installed, and we were going to try it out last week at Moho, and we didn't get to because we couldn't get captured into our orbit. So hopefully we can do it here. Not trolling. That is unfortunate. Let's disarm Flight Manager for recoverable stages. I was split shift at work today, so I'm just relaxing in bed. Yeah, no worries. Let's see. ScanSat. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we've got it. All right. Jumping on Bowser's bed. Boing, boing. All right. Oh, no comment. All right, let's choose somewhere to watch this launch from. These are camera tools, target self, set position up here, in front. Let's put right on the helicopter landing pad. There we go. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Yep. All right, throttle up, stability assist is on, and we want our flight recorder as well. Altitude, acceleration, and dynamic pressure. Here we go. We are go for launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff of our Arcus 2 medium launch vehicle carrying a resource scanner to Minmus. And I've got some hiccups. I blame the Boozinate. Bowser, check this out. I'm going to put both cats that I have drawn from Kaylee on the screen. There we go. They're going to accompany us on our launch. Vehicle is pitching down range. Kitties! Yep. There's Derpshanks. Oh, I love it. All right. Vehicle is supersonic. We're gonna try to maintain a little bit of a pitch here because we've got a low power upper stage, but it is adequate for this task, or should be. I hope so. We're also well past maximum aerodynamic pressure. Everything's looking normal. All right, main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine start. There's our booster stage falling away there, having done its job. And we have bearing separation. All right, we don't need this anymore. There's our satellite. Yeah, everything is looking good. Let's pitch down now. Get that lateral velocity up. And we're watching our periapsis, our pineapple apsis, as Shipwreck calls it. It says I have 3.3K. I have to use them. But are they ticking up this stream? I want to see, is there an issue like generally? Is it just Shipwreck? Because yeah, according to Shipwreck, he is not gaining channel points today, which is problematical. Alright, yeah, our periapsis is rising rapidly, which is exactly what we want. You have 26.7k. You better keep me boozinated, because Shipwreck can't anymore, according to Shipwreck. Alright, watching the Apoapsis 2, we're going to go for about 250 kilometers. Be a pretty good parking orbit. There we go. I have infinity amount of them. You need more point options. Yes, I do. I'm adding things slowly, just a bit at a time. I've got some ideas, though. Alright, and before our electric charge runs out, let's not forget to extend our solar panels. That is something that I frequently forget. We're going to point prograde again. Let's let it do that automatically. And let's get closer to our apoapsis, as Shipwreck calls it, the banana apsis. There we go, and second engine start number 2. And yeah, we're actually pushing our apoapsis away really fast, so let's get closer to it again. There we go. Alright, we have a circular orbit. And now we want Minmus as our target. Yeah. We want, yeah, synchronous orbit of Minmus. Maybe it's not stationary like I'm thinking. Just synchronous, that might be okay. We'll see. But even so, a synchronous orbit is terrible if we want to make a map of Minmus. And we're going to try our ScanSat app, or mod, and see if we can make a map of Minmus. Alright, Minmus is there right now, so it's going to be about there or so when we get there. So let's add a maneuver here and plan our transfer. Look at that. Look at my aim. Okay, but we do have inclination to fix, so yeah, we're going to reach there but be well above it, which is ideal if we're making a map, but not ideal for the contract, because this contract is dumb. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that maneuver. We have 6 kilometers per second delta V remaining, 446 in this stage. So let's go ahead and perform this maneuver here, and then we'll do our correction. That's in 6.5 minutes.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Game over. But yeah, I would love it if you guys can confirm if if your channel points are going up, if you're getting the little channel point rewards, so I can know if that's working for anyone, because it's not working for Shipwreck. Alright, it's a 34-second burn, with this engine at least. It's going to be a whole lot less with this next engine. Actually, no, this is the same engine, so it'll be the same. Alright, cool. Alright, we're 2 minutes away from the maneuver node. 1 minute away. Slow back down. Alright. And ignition in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Still no points, says Shipwreck. Yeah, I'm hoping to find out if it's just you or if it's others as well. Alright, let's stage. Leaving more space junk in orbit, of course. Jeffrey Bezos can take care of it. Part of his community service. There we go. And now we need to plan our inclination change. So right here at the ascending node, let's do an anti-normal burn. Let's pin that and pin that. There we go. Shipping as well, because there's no reason for me to stay here later. I know, right? It's just for the points. Makes sense to me. Okay, there is an encounter with Minmus. There's our Minmus periapsis. We want that to go down. Or do we? Let's not worry about that going down. Okay, so if we just a little bit of anti-normal when we get to the ascending node, we can just do that manually. So, point south, which is where anti-normal is on a prograde orbit, and warp right to the ascending node. Alright, and let's just gently burn our engines and get that encounter right there. Perfect, and that's coming up in 30 days. So that's perfect. Let's go ahead and do that. What's our next alarm? It's in 69 days for our Moho transfer window. That'll be something we'll do next stream probably. So let's go ahead and... It's not 30 days. This is showing me the next orbit. 13 days, which is actually even better. So, because that brings us to our next launch window. Yep. Yes, Shipwreck. That's how long until our optimum time to launch for Moho. There's no Uranus in this solar system, Shipwreck. I've told you this. We'd have to use a mod pack that adds the real solar system to the game. There's Jewel out there. There's Minmus right there. Yeah, I had to. I know. It's like on Futurama, where Fry makes that joke, and Professor Farnsworth says, 300 years ago, scientists renamed that planet to end that stupid joke forever. Well, what do they call it now? Eurectum. Alright, here comes Minmus. And let's get out of time warp to make sure we still have our encounter. Okay, good, we do. That's in 2 days. All right, here we go. Is that a facepalm, Bowser? Because of course. All right, 1 hour, 8 minutes, and yeah, we are in a very high orbit, which will, or a very high encounter, which will make it very easy to change our inclination. But yeah, as soon as I go into time warp and it puts me on rails, it recalculates and we lose the encounter. So let's do a little bit of warp. Tell more dad jokes. No. Warp here. I just love you all, says Bowser. It's mutual, Bowser. Alright, 40 seconds. Let's just let this go. I don't trust it. I don't trust this game's calculations. in cases like this. All right. 20 seconds until we enter Minmus Sphere of Influence. And here we are. Tell her about her base. Oh no, Shipwreck, I just couldn't. I figured you would deliver the news. Alright, let's point retrograde now and get our capture orbit. So we're gonna slow down. We're over Minmus, and we're gonna slow down so that we have an orbit. And wow, this is a rough orbit. Okay, I think this is our target. Our target orbit right here. Let's double check that. Yeah, apoapsis 363 kilometers, periapsis 352 kilometers. Yep, that's it right there. And inclination is 166.1 degrees. Really? No way. Huh. What, says Bowser? Oh, it's fine. It's nothing. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, so let's come down here where these cross. Right about there. And we're going to need to change this inclination. Banana abscess. Should we go? I've been on Minecraft in over a month. Oh, Bowser, that's unacceptable. We miss you. Okay, and we need to point anti-normal. Which is this one right here. All right, so our inclination is 118. Only really played Sims 3 and Pokemon. That's the wrong way, actually. I played Sims since I was like 13. I redeem a Sims stream, Shipwreck. And yeah, it's very cheap to change our inclination because we're going very slowly. Back in the good old Age of Empires days. Oh, I haven't played that in forever. Alright, there's our capture. A little aggressive there, but that's okay. Okay, here are our nodes. Okay, good. Now it's showing us proper ascending and descending nodes. So what we need to do is here, at this descending node, let's plan a maneuver that will get us a perfect orbit according to this contract. So some retrograde, some radial in, which will pivot the orbit around this point. Like that. And also this. And let's pin all of these so that we can compare them. All right, and that is as good as we can get from there. And then we're going to have to do a little bit of a tweak. Let's see. Bowser says, I love Age of Empires. The original? I want the HD edition. Yeah, I had the original. Shriek says, I don't know if Bowser was born when the original was out. Nice. I barely got to play any of that game, unfortunately. All right, that node is coming up in 2 days. It's a 22 meter per second burn. I think we can do it. 0.6 seconds at full thrust. We're definitely not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing much lower thrust. Okay, let's warp to here. Contract complete. What did I complete? Oh, yeah, we detected 3 comets. Easy money and 18 science. Very nice. Okay, so that's coming up in 46 minutes. Let's warp closer. Make sure our resources are good. They are. The main one I'm concerned about is electrical charge, but we remembered our solar panels, so we're fine. Alright, we're coming up on the maneuver node. Alright, let's turn to just regular stability assist mode and point right at the maneuver marker on the nav ball. Alright, we're 30 seconds away. So let's get maybe 10 seconds away and then just very gently burn the engines and adjust our orbit. There we go. Just a slight nudge, and look at our orbit change. There we go. And that was close enough that they accepted it. So we need to maintain stability for 10 seconds, and there it is. Position the satellite in a synchronous orbit of Minimus. Contract complete, and we got 127,000 spaceos. Excellent. What about bacon and whiskey? That beats anything. I'm not sure if that's a reference to anything or if you're just talking about bacon and whiskey, because bacon and whiskey is delicious. Alright, so yeah, here's our satellite, and there's Minimus. And we have an inclination, so we're not stationary. We're not going to stay exactly over this point, but we are going to oscillate just a little bit. Let's open ScanSat. Actually, let's look at our scanner, our resource scanner. Deploy the scanner. And let's see, perform orbital survey. We need to be between 25 and 300 kilometers to perform an orbital survey. So now that we've completed that contract, we do not care about this stupid orbit that they have set up for us. Just talking about bacon and whiskey. Perfect. Oh man, I've got this beer over here. I wish it were, you know, acceptable for me to take a drink of it. Sigh. Alright, so let's first change our inclination. We want to be in a polar orbit. So let's burn anti-normal. We're already in a retrograde orbit. That's why I got confused about those. Yeah, we're in a retrograde orbit, so we need to burn normal, actually. So that's this marker here, this triangle. And there we go, and our inclination is dropping. We want it to be about 90. Let's follow the normal marker. There we go. We have a polar orbit. So, yeah, we're going to go across both of the poles, but now we want to lower the orbit. There's our apoapsis, our banana apsis, rather, and our pineapple apsis. Got to use terms that Shipwreck can understand. And let's lower these below, what was it, 300 kilometers? Let's go to about 150. There we go. Hey, says Shipwreck. I don't know, you're the one that uses the terms. So, you know, I just gotta do it for you. I'm always looking out for you, Shipwreck. I can understand. Are you implying I'm dumb? I'm just speaking Canadian. I'm just assuming that the Canadian word for periapsis is pineapple apsis. That's what I got out of this. Maple Apsis. That would make more sense. That's what I would have guessed as Maple Apsis, but I don't know. All right. Let's just drop that. There we go. That's pretty good. But if I go radial in, I can circularize this even better. By the way, everyone says Shipwreck. And as the PC temp set to Celsius. Of course, it's the better system. We fought an entire war to break free of the British Empire, only to be one of the few countries remaining using their units. It just doesn't make sense. Just a little tweak. There we go. We have a very circular orbit. Our eccentricity is 0.00282. I want bacon, says Bowser. Me too. I want a BLT. That's what I want. We're having sushi tonight for my stepdaughter's birthday. Bowser says, okay, I'm going to get up and get some food now. Get some bacon and... That's what I say. All right, now we should be in the range where we can do an orbital survey. So let's do that. Perform orbital survey. And so here's the way that the vanilla game does this, the stock game. It just instantly maps the whole planet. I don't like that. It's not very realistic, but yeah. Bacon and eggs and a toasted senga. I'm not sure what that is. Just keep that disgusting Vegemite away. But yeah, so these are resource concentrations on Minmus. So here, for example, there's more resource than here, and here there's nothing. So if I were to land a resource driller here, which we don't have that tech yet, but we will be unlocking it in the not too distant future. We will be able to mine for resources and refine them into fuel and make a fuel depot here. Oh, a sandwich. Okay, that makes sense. I do know what a sandwich is. And can I turn off the overlay? Toggle overlay. Yeah, let's get that ugly overlay out of here. And let's do something way cooler. Assuming it works, hopefully. All right, let's open up. This is a mod. This mod works way cooler than the stock game does. So here, we have all of these options. Okay, we can show the day-night terminator. I like that. Grid overlay, let's leave that. Our orbit overlay, yeah. Waypoints, anomalies, flags, map legend. Okay, yeah, let's leave that on. Planetary overlay. Or. Oh, we can show it here. Is it just gonna show it to us? That's boring. Biome map. Terrain map. Okay. Whoa. Zoom. Okay, I haven't used this mod in a very long time. But, so here we are. Actually, this is Kerbal. Let's do Minmus. There we go. Now we can see it. And we actually have a really terrible orbit for this. So, I know Sangria says Shipwreck. Yeah, that's good stuff. Here we go. So this is Minmus. Here's our satellite. And here is our orbit. So let's see. We are going... Where are we going right now? North. Yeah, so we're headed this way. And the reason it's at an angle, even though we're at a perfect 90-degree inclination, is that Minmus is rotating below us. So as Minmus rotates this way and we go this way, we get a line that way. And it looks like we have quite the harmonic here. So we're just going to be going over the same territory over and over again. So let's actually reduce our orbit further. Let's go to 125 kilometers maybe. That should be better. Okay, yeah. Now we're getting these. These are where the passes are. Okay. That's going to be a lot better. But now, if I were to time warp, we can watch our satellite move along the map. And let's see. Can we do altimetry, slope, biome? Here's a biome map. And boozinate. Does someone have points? Can I please boozinate? Bowser has got me. Bowser has my best interest in mind. Thank you, Bowser. Let's boozinate. Thank you, Bowser. Shipwreck is poor. He's broke. But also we have different flags. Just wait for a Drunken Bow stream. Those are interesting. Oh, I am interested. Alright, projection. Rectangular. Oh, that's fancy. Or a polar grid. Yeah, I think I want the rectangular projection here. Your stream is ripping me off, says Shipwreck. I know, right? See, a slope map. Visual, and I wonder if we don't have a good altitude for this. Sport map to disk, waypoint selector, settings, so you're out, planetary overview, or, no, I don't want that. Draw overlay, oh, okay, no. Resource settings. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Bowser says, but you're all usually asleep because I don't morning, day, or drink. Not too late to start. Bowser, you just gotta change your time zone. Okay. Let's make this bigger. Let's look at this map here. Things might have changed. Instruments readout. Okay, that's giving us our latitude and longitude and the ore concentrations directly below our satellite. Main map. Why is this different? Interesting. Let's close that. So, I really want to show this off though. Resource overlay. Ah, here we go. Here we go. This puts it on the actual map. But since we did, that's disappointing. Since we did the resource scan in the vanilla game, it's already scanned. So that is unfortunate. Increase resource cutoff. Let's see, everything that is above 7% minerals that we can mine will be shown like this. Let's put it down to 4.2%. And this is going to show us ideal places to land a mining rig once we have that technology and can design one. So places like this. Let's see, what else can we show on here? Biomes, perhaps? Map color. Interesting. Okay, resolution high, resolution low. Planetary overlay, biome map. Let's try this. And Bowser says, okay, I'm gonna hop off, need to shower, get brekkie, and get ready for work. Okay, no worries, Bowser. Good to see you here. Thank you for dropping by, and I hope you have a good day at work. And hope to see you again soon. Okay, we can turn on and off the orbit overlay, waypoints, flags. Those are flags that we have planted, by the way. Map legend is on supposedly, but it's not showing it. But that's all right. Resource overlay, we can turn that off or turn it back on. I like having it there. So, but let's turn it off for now and let's see. Can we get a biome map? I would love that. But we might be too high up. And one of the things that is a little bit frustrating with this mod is it's not always clear exactly what are the good places. What is a good orbit for it? So Also, we might want different scientifical instruments from this mod. Okay, survey scanner. Okay, we're also in... Is that the problem? Is it that we were in Time Warp? Because in my experience, we can use... Excuse me, we use Time Warp with this mod. Biome. Let's choose the biome map. Turn off the resource overlay. And let's see if this is going to do it, because this should be drawing strips. Really cool strips of map, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. So I might need to tinker with this a little bit between the streams. Let me also... I'm going to go ahead and look it up. So if I go... I'm on my other screen here, sorry about this. Let's do ScanSat KSP, and let's see if they have a help or a wiki. Source issues, blah blah blah. Best orbits. Okay. For Moho, that's nice, but I would like for Minmus. Gilly, yeah, that's nice, but we haven't gotten to Gilly. That's the moon of Eve. Wow, okay, this is a huge list. Okay, here's everything around Duna, Ike, which is Duna's moon. Oh, wow. Dres, yeah, we've been to Dres. The Julian system with all of its moons. We'll definitely be going there in the future. There's a lot of moons, so I gotta scroll through a lot here. And Elu. But what about Minmus? Okay, and then there's stuff for the real solar system mod. Not interested in that right now. And Bowser, or not Bowser, I see Bowser's name there, bright yellow, but Raider has redeemed Hydrate. So not only can Shipwreck... Ooh, says Shipwreck. You just wanted me to say that. But yeah, not only can Shipwreck not afford the Boozinate, but it's getting diluted by others. Raider says, not a Boozinate, but that's the last thing I'm gonna redeem for tonight. Thank you, Raider. Refreshing water. And I assume that means you are off to bed. So if that is the case, good night, and thank you for being here. It's good to have you here. Let's see. What about orbits? I don't want to do too much research on stream because that's boring. Yup, says Raider. Okay. No worries. Thank you, Raider. Okay, we've got a legend here for the different biomes. So we got Highlands, Lowlands, or Midlands, Lowlands, Flats, Great Flats, Greater Flats, Lesser Flats, Poles, and Slopes. Yes, good night, and I'll see you another time, Raider. So let's... Can I zoom in? Settings. Map scale UI, reset window resource setting, background settings. All scanning active during time warp. Okay, yeah. I thought so. Disable stock scanning. Let's do that. Data management. Let's reset the map of Minmus. And let's see if that... Oh good, that resets the resource overlay. Okay, this might be interesting, I'm hoping. Also, it's getting really hot in this office. It's gotten cooler outside, but the interesting side effect has been that with the poor circulation in our house between the upstairs and the downstairs, It used to be that upstairs was absurdly hot while downstairs would stay very nice and cool. But now that upstairs, where the thermostat is not... So take off all your clothes. Wow. And with the music notes, because you want me to sing it. Nope. But now that upstairs is not as hot, the AC is not running as much, which means that now downstairs is absurdly hot. Which is where the bedroom is, and the office with all the computers. So now it's sweltering in here. Hooray! Okay. I'm going to just do a real quick Google of ideal ScanSat altitude. And Minmus. Not Min-Moon, Minmus. ScanSat ideal orbit altitudes. Let's see what that is on the forum. And... okay, I think I need the actual ScanSat equipment for that. Unfortunately, Applitude. So, let's test that theory. We have our satellite here, which is great. Let's turn ScanSat off. Actually... I don't know what that does, so I'm going to find that out later. Yeah, this is a mod that I really love but haven't used in forever. So let's go back to the Space Center and let's do something else for the last little bit of the stream. But at least we got to see there is a cool map of Minmus. But I think we have a contract to set something into a polar orbit of Kerbal. And if that's the case, let's do that. And why do we have launch clamps? Cover, recover, cover, and recover. There we go. All right, let's see what other scientific experiments we have available that we can run. And just for you, Shipwreck, because I've been plenty mean to you, here's your free Boozinate. But really, that's because I wanted a Boozinate, so... if it's on cooldown, I'm going to redeem it myself. No, it's on cooldown for 3 minutes. So that was indeed a free Boozinate. Alright, let's see. Let's look at the contracts window here. Yeah, satellite in polar orbit of Kerbal. Needs an antenna, generate power. And is that it? Okay, there's the info on the orbit. And that's it. There's no equipment requirement besides the basic antenna and power. Cool, so we've got a blank slate to build the probe we want, and this is the probe we want, except we want to add some equipment to it. So let's take that off so that we can see through the fairing. And let's go to our science experiments, and let's look at our modded ones. So here's the survey scanner. And... okay, best is 500 kilometers for that. Interesting. Nothing like steak and cast iron, says Shipwreck. You are absolutely right. Although I've made a really good steak with garlic and peppers, tinfoil dinner in a campfire. Really good stuff. All right, let's see. These are the modded ones. Okay, multispectral scanner. And this one we want altitudes between 20 and 250 kilometers. This one requires daylight. Let's see, lower resolution multispectral scanner observes light reflected off a target surface to deliver low detail color and biome maps. Okay, so this is visual and biome. Enhanced multispectral scanner. Jack of all trades, observing light reflected off a planet's surface and delivering low detail color images and biome maps. It can even detect Surface resources. Improved optics and electronics allow effective operation at higher orbits compared to entry-level products, but only in a narrow swath. Uses a small amount of power and only operates in daylight. Okay. So this is a scanner that we want, I think. Let's look at what else we have, though. Radar antenna. Radar altimeter. Okay. Low resolution elevation data. SARC. Okay, so this is a synthetic aperture radar. Captures high resolution elevation data from medium orbits, but is restricted to a very narrow range of operation. Alright. And this does not require daylight. So this one, we have to be at a pretty high altitude. And we need to power it. Let's see, advanced resource mapper. Let's look at this one. Okay. Medium tech resource imager that can evaluate useful resources from higher orbits, uses a moderate amount of power and functions only in lit situations. This one needs to be between 70 and 500 kilometers. So this and this, let's see, 7,500. Okay, these can't be on the same satellite though. I mean, they can, but it would be pointless. So this one we need to be at a minimum of 500 kilometers. The ideal altitude is 700. This one we need to be at a maximum of 500 kilometers, but the best is 250. So that's no good. What is the orbit they want? It is, wow, 5.3 thousand kilometers and 4.7 thousand kilometers. Okay, so once again, we're going to be achieving this orbit and then changing the orbit. But yeah, we're gonna take this off. And let's put the synthetic aperture radar antenna. Does this have to be on the side? Interesting. How does this attach? Really silly, that's how. Extend. Okay, that's why. Let's put it on like that. Supreme Doom is here, redeeming Boozinate for Shipwreck, or maybe that's Shipwreck redeeming Boozinate as Supreme Doom. Hey! It is indeed celebration time, Supreme Doom. Welcome. And I guess that doesn't trigger the auto Fossabot shout out, does it? Interesting. But here we go. Last Boozinate of the stream right here. And it's for you, Supreme Doom. Welcome, and good to have you here. Thank you for the Boozinate. Phew. Okay, so we need to balance this because this does not like how I have to put it on here. No, there's time for another. There is, however, let's see. Redemptions are now paused because I'm out of booze. We're gonna make you open another. You don't have any points, Shipwreck. All right, we're gonna watch the torque right here. As I shift it, we want that to go down to 0. And right here is balanced that way. Or 3. Let's zoom in. That's as much as I can zoom in. Okay. Hey, cheater. No points, but I got this. And there's Derpshanks. That cat. Definitely a derp. Alright, that will have to do. 0.01 kilonewton meters of torque on the upper stage, but that is practically nothing. So, alright, let's also... Oh, that centered it. Very good. Although, that clips in a very derpy way, and I hate it. So, let's take that off. And let's go structural elements, and let's put a modular girder segment up here. Or a modular girder adapter, rather. And can I place this? Yes. But it's gross. I hate it. Let's put that there. That's way better. Okay, now that doesn't clip in awkward ways. All right, and this. And let's see if we can balance this thing. There we go. That is perfect. All right. That extends this by quite a bit, but it doesn't clip awkwardly. Like, the game doesn't care, but I do. All right, retract. All right, that's good. And now let's go back here, and we want the enhanced multispectral scanner. Let's put that over here. And the advanced resource mapper. And yes, we're putting all of this on here. Extend. All right, we want that to look at the surface. It doesn't matter as far as the game is concerned, but it matters to me. There we go. And this, I think, is already pointed the right way. Very cool. And yeah, these don't weigh the same. So that weighs 0.125 tons, and this weighs 0.275 tons. So this weighs twice as much, this little guy. Of course it does. So let's move it this way. We can put it underneath this thing here, and that is fine with me. There we go. And now, how does this look? Like that. Okay, and retract. And that looks really stupid, so let's not do it that way. Instead, put this right here. Shipwreck redeemed Boozinate. Well, there's your Boozinate. You're gonna have to trust that I did it. Alright, that will do, and let's... This thing is bigger looking, but apparently weighs less. So let's actually put it outside on one of these. Like this. And let's move this. It's gonna have to be that far out. Oh, that's gross. All right, we're gonna deal with it. It's not gonna be a perfectly balanced spacecraft, but we have enough fuel. We have enough reaction wheel. We can deal with this, and it's gonna be okay. This just a bit. There we go. Okay, so that will be never trust a murderer. Are you confessing, Shipwreck? Is that what you're doing? That sounds to me like a confession. Okay, so we need to make sure that we know our altitudes, because this is going to be a multi-purpose satellite. We're going to put it in one orbit, make a map, put it in another orbit, make a map, and maybe even a third orbit. So the SARC, surface or synthetic aperture radar, requires between 500 and 750 kilometers. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Oh, this is a very basic one. Okay, this one's better. Let's see. Oh, but it's a better range. Okay, what does this look like? It's very small. We're gonna use this one. It's cool. I like it. All right, and this one. Okay, so yeah, this needs between 500 and 750 kilometers. This needs between 70 and 500 kilometers. And this needs between 70 and 400. Best is 300 kilometers. So, best is 250 kilometers. Okay, so if we're at about 250 to 300 kilometers, we will be great for both these scanners, and then we can do a very high orbit for this one. So, what we need to do is put the launcher back on. We're going to need to adjust the fairing because, yep, it's just slightly too big. Turn snapping back on. There we go. Let's see. ScanSat Supreme. That's what this one is called. It just came to me because Supreme Doom is here. Let's see. Let's do that. And let's launch this into orbit. Yay, it's a Supreme Doom. There's the Fossabot shout out. Don't be a dolphin. Oh, if I could come up with a backronym for dolphin, I'm gonna do it. I need to think of something. But yeah, we need to reach this orbit. We've let plenty of time go by, so let's go ahead and take this out to the launch pad. Let's put this up into orbit, and this will be a fantastic way to wrap up the stream. We'll go just a little bit over probably, but that is okay. Yeah, the anniversary message did not count as your message, Supreme Doom. I guess Fossabot doesn't listen to those. Very strange. Do we have any cameras? Yeah, we have a booster cam. All right, we're going to do this view for now. We have, okay, we have one up here too, looking at the satellite. Cool. All right, we're going to throttle up. Stability assist on. Let's double check our staging since we moved this thing. All right, booster, launch clamps, separator. Everything is looking good. All right. Let's look at the map. Let's also can this give us instruments readout? That's what I want. And let's look at this here, polar orbit of Kerbal. So, argument of the ascending node should be 339.8 degrees. That is the latitude where our ascending node should be. Supreme says, I joined a team on Candy Crush the other day while I was in bed with COVID just because they were called dolphins. Why would I join the dolphin team? Because you got COVID. You weren't thinking straight. Such a dolphin. Supreme Doom, that's the best thing I ever heard. All right, let's see. Okay, here is our orbit. Okay, so going up, going down, and we are actually in a really fantastic place. Okay, so we need to launch and then go immediately south. All right, here we go. We are go for launch. Let's not worry about our flight recorder. It's cool. But yeah, we are go for launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. And yeah, we are not going to burn to the east this time. We're going to burn to the south. And in fact, we're going to burn southwest because we have to counter the rotation of Kerbal. Supreme Doom says, I say many things that are the best thing you've ever heard. Yes, it's true. You don't get out much, do you? By choice, I certainly do not. Alright, we're watching our inclination rise. Let's, inclination needs to be 90 degrees. So, yeah, we are up to 22 degrees inclination. Team Hermit, says Shipwreck. That's right. Alright, let's burn prograde here. Alright, vehicle is supersonic. The ship was a Hermit before it was cool. That's right, like a Hermit hipster. Alright, our inclination is 80 degrees. Okay, we need to now push this way. So we want our inclination to be 90 degrees. 90 degrees achieved. This is tricky, and we're definitely going to have to do some adjustments. Don't talk to me unless I talk to you first. Yeah, exactly. The worst is if you're in, like, a public place. Okay, main engine cutoff, booster separation, and second engine start. There we go. And bearing separation confirmed. There they go. But yeah, the worst is if you're in a public place like a restaurant or something, wearing headphones, reading a book, eating food, and someone's like, oh, look at that person who is all alone with no friends. I should go talk to them. I'm like, no, don't. Yes, this has happened to me many times. Spring Noon says he tried for quarantine all his life. Or he trained for quarantine all his life. He actually didn't last as long as I did. I'm still enjoying it. Oh man, the fact that this brought us work from home is fantastic. Oh, worse is when you're on the toilet and people talk to you. Yeah, that is worse. Don't talk to people in the bathroom. At least that's the bro code, right? I don't know about girls are different about that. Okay. How are we doing here? Looking pretty good, actually. And yeah, we have a very high apoapsis. So let's keep going. And there's our beautiful satellite. Let's see. Let's open up orbital info. Right here. Wow, I grabbed both of those together? That's crazy. Alright. And do we have the info that I need? No, I might have to add it. Okay, so we've got... Okay, we need longitude of ascending node. And we need argument of periapsis. Does it have that? Yes, argument of periapsis. Okay, we want those. Close the editor. All right, we have a very high apoapsis now, and let's, our second engine has stopped, so let's stage separate, third engine start, and then immediately we're going to cut it off. Okay, so our apoapsis, we want 5.3 megameters. So we're nowhere close to that, but we have a good you've got me saying it, Shipwreck. Apoapsis anyway. Okay, and we've got... Okay, longitude of the ascending node is 351, and we want that to be... let's see, 339. So that's pretty close. Argument of periapsis is 74 degrees. We want it to be 87.3. So it's not perfect. We're going to need to do some adjustments. But first, let's go ahead and time warp to our apoapsis. And let's get a good orbit first off. And this is going to be a little bit of a challenging orbit to match, but that's going to be very abscess. Oh no. Oh, shipwreck, you and your Canadian terms that I don't understand. Let's extend our solar panels before we forget. All right, we have a good safe orbit. All right, we have 1 megameter for our apoapsis, and let's take a look. How close is this orbit? It's not quite there. We need to do an inclination change. But that will be cheaper the farther out we are because we'll be going slower. Shipwreck says, it's okay, I don't understand them either, I make them up. I thought these were legit terms. I've been scammed. Wish this didn't keep minimizing itself. All right, let's go to 4 megameters and 4 megameters. So we're still underneath the target orbit. There we go. And let's warp to apoapsis. Sophie, welcome. Things are great. We are even slightly over time right now. We're going to finish this mission and wrap up, but it's good to see you here. Can we get a shout out for Sophie? Sophie with an E. Yes, Sophie. I finally made it to a Sophie stream the other day, and it was fun. We talked about food. We talked about art. And there it is. All right, we've got apoapsis and periapsis are both at about 4 megameters, 4 million meters. So let's go to our ascending node and burn anti-normal. And change our inclination to match the target orbit. There's anti-normal right there. And let's see. Okay. We're going this way, so if we are right here-ish, that's in 1 hour, so let's warp there. She is indeed amazing. That's several artists I watch now. Oh, Sophie, you gotta see this. My friend Kaylee drew this cat before, and now I have this cat too. Only one left to go. All right, let's pin the ascending node. Will it show it to me? Yeah, 12 degrees, 11. Okay, perfect. Now I need Shadow to join them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. There we go. You cannot sleep as always. I know that feeling. I know it very well. All right, let's burn prograde. Supreme smells like chocolate chip cookies. Oh, what? Oh, geez. They look so realistic. My screen is so dark. I thought those were photos. They are highly detailed, but definitely stylized. And yeah, also, I can do this now too. All right, let's match apoapses. Since we're at our periapsis here. There we go. And let's warp to here. That's 5.5 hours away. Me too, Sophie. Alright, they will be on our shoulders for another minute or so, and then they'll automatically be taken down. Got that set up all fancy now. Alright, ship's going to reorient itself so it's pointing prograde again. And let's match this orbit. There we go. The target disappeared because we fulfilled this contract. We just need to maintain stability for 10 seconds. There's Derpshanks. And there it is. We just fulfilled another contract. We got another 85,000 spaceos. And now we're immediately going to put this in a much more sensible orbit. We want about 275 kilometer orbit. So let's go ahead and do that. There's 800 kilometers. So we want to make a map of Kerbin. That's very good right there. All right, and now let's warp to our periapsis. Okay, so it's broken. I wonder if it's on my end or if it's a Twitch thing. I'm going to research that later. I can't stay too long late as much as I want to because I am having a blast right now. But because we're going out to sushi for my stepdaughter's birthday. But I'm going to look into that. I wonder if that's broken for everybody or if something's wrong on my channel or something. All right, minute to periapsis. Let's warp a little bit closer. All right, our periapsis is 280 kilometers. Let's match our apoapsis. Burning retrograde to slow down, lower our orbit, and we're going to run out of fuel in this stage. All right, so we're going to make more space junk. Let's stage and activate our last engine here, but we still have 1700 meters per second delta V. That should be plenty. Elric redeeming a hydrate. Okay, while we do this, I'm going to hydrate. There's the booze can. No more booze. Sorry, Shipwreck. I finished it. All right, I'm watching these numbers, and I'm gonna catch up on chat while we start our map of Kerbin. All right, we're down to 400 kilometers. We're in operational range, so we should be okay now. All right, that will do. Let's see. Your Twitch is being twitchy. You've been lurking for some time now. Oh, geez. There's another Kaylee emote. That's right. You're subscribed to Kaylee, aren't you? Yeah. She's the one who drew these. Let's see. Everyone just talking about those cats. There's booze for you. It's Supreme's fault for refusing to upgrade her 6-year-old phone. Oh, is her phone gonna die? And there's the Sophie emotes. Nice. Okay. All right, let's go here. And here we are over the North Pole. Look at that. Kerbin's North Pole. And let's start doing some scans. So we are not at the altitude for the synthetic aperture radar, but we can do the resource mapper. Start scan. Let's see, or surface. Okay, we're in an ideal altitude, so let's start scan. And for this as well, ideal. All right, let's start scan for the multispectral analysis, and let's there we go. Let's get rid of that, and let's pull up our map. And let's do Kerbin. There we go. And here's our orbit. There's our satellite, and look at this. We're getting resource scanning right here. So now if we time warp, we'll go faster. well, it'll show it faster. And let's refresh the map. And look at that. We got biomes and resources being shown. Let's see, grid overlay, map color, map legend. Yeah, these are the biomes. Map type, we want... Let's do a visual map. Let's see what that looks like. There we go, and turn off the resource overlay. This is a visual map. There we go. And yeah, we got a very narrow band here, but as we go, so we'll come down this orbit like this, and then down here. Actually, no, we'll come down here, up this way, and then down that way, because that's our orbit. And so this is the spacing of our orbits. So if we look at the width that we're scanning and the ticks on this map on the equator, they are spaced very nicely, so we'll get a little bit of overlap and a nice efficient map. That's why it's telling us that this was the ideal range for this. So yeah, I'm going to let this run a little bit so we can look at our map next week when we come back. So, but yeah, that is all we've got time for today. Let's turn off the orbit overlay and just watch this. But yeah, this is very realistic mapping, satellite mapping, and I freaking love this mod. I'm glad we finally get to watch it in action. Let's turn the resource overlay back on, and let's do altimetry map. We don't have any altimetry, so that'll be just a blank background. Yeah, there's our resource map right there. Anywhere from 2.5 to 14% minerals that we can mine for refinement into fuels. But yeah, okay, so let's see. Shipwreck blaming Supreme Doom for refusing to upgrade her 6-year-old phone. Oh my gosh, 6 years? Psh. I mean, if your phone's more than a couple weeks old, Supreme Doom, you need a new one. It's obsolete. It's a paperweight. Still works, Chip, she says, just not for as long. Had my phone for like 8 years to Sophie before it died. Then I upgraded and the new one died after a year. Well, you shouldn't have thrown it at the floor. I'm assuming that's what you did. I threw it on the ground. I better get channel points next week, says Shipwreck, or you're fired. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 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 There's a setting to turn off channel points. Maybe that's the issue. The channel points are turned on. 3 more hours to stream. Oh man, I would miss sushi dinner. I want sushi, Shipwreck. I want to stream 3 more hours, but even more than that, I want sushi. I want my sushi and sake. But yeah, we're gonna go. So, but yeah, thank you everyone for joining. This has been a whole lot of fun. We've gotten a lot done. Let's see. Oh, I want to get a screenshot of this thing. This fancy satellite. There we go. That's cool. All right, let's choose someone to raid. I was hanging out in Griffin Prime stream before the stream, so let's go raid him. Because I don't think anyone I know that plays Kerbal Space Program is on. There's hardly anyone these days. But yeah, and I'm going to research the channel points thing. Hopefully it's just a Twitch issue, or maybe it's a me issue, and if that's the case, maybe there's something I can do. Never had issues with it before, though, so I don't know. And yeah, I'll be back on Monday with more Minecraft on the first SMP. Let's get the cats up here. Look at that. Oh, that's so great. And I'll be back on Wednesday for more Hard Space Shipbreaker. We will start, we'll continue taking apart more and more dangerous ships. And here is the raid message. Copy the whole thing if you are subscribed. Otherwise, just copy the part in between the totems. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye!